German Shepherd, is bigger the better? The full adult size of your GSD will depend in large part on the genetic background of its parents. Adult males should range between 24 to 26 inch at the shoulder blade, females from 22 to 24. Males within the standard may weigh anywhere from 75 to 90 pounds, depending on their bloodlines. Females may weigh anywhere from 55 to 75 pounds. Although your pup will reach close to adult height by 10 to 18 months, he will continue to fill out until up to 3 years old. Beware of breeders who emphasize oversize, huge, big-boned breeding stock or puppies. Bigger is not better in German Shepherds. The German Shepherd is not built to have a skeletal and muscular structure of an oversized breed. An inch or so out of standard may be acceptable providing the general line is not consistently out of standard. A responsible breeder will offset an oversized dog by breeding with a line that is a bit smaller in order to maintain the standards as closely as possible. How big my dog will be? We are asked this question a lot. Prospective puppy buyers want to see the big parents to estimate how large their new dog will be. New puppy owners want to make sure they are raising their puppy as the book tells and the puppy is developing well. Some owners will take their puppy to the veterinarian every month to measure the weight, and some will also measure the food carefully to ensure a puppy is only getting so much calories per each feeding. Some owners don't know how much their dog weighs and just let it go easy. When prospective buyers come to us looking for a very large dog, we smile and tell them that a German Shepherd is a medium-sized dog. It is not a giant breed and was never meant to be more than 100 pounds. We have many times posted that better is not bigger in a GSD and that oversized, large, king GSD are a big red flag.
Good morning. Today we're going to talk about sizes, structure, what many people call the heavy bone dog, which is not really the terms correctly to be used. But I get a lot of calls of people that want big, huge dogs, over 100-pound dogs. And I try to explain to them that shepherds weren't meant to have those sizes. Shepherds type of work that they do, which is what they were meant to be, which was first herding, and then they did use them for the military work. These huge dogs could not do the job. They cannot clear a 6-foot fence. It's very hard for them. And if they do it, it could be hard and not healthy for their joints. You see, back in the 70s when I started breeding, I loved the big dogs. My first dogs, Hardy and Gino. I had a couple of studs that I brought in from Germany. They were huge dogs. And in Germany, they really explained to me why they were selling them to me. They were selling them to me because they were oversized and they couldn't really show those dogs. And they had passed their core class when they were younger, but then after they matured, they went oversized and they weren't qualified really as the SV standards to be used as studs in Germany. In Germany, they're very strict about sizes, structure, temperament, depending on which line, and we have talked about that, about the East line and the West lines. We have talked about that before. But anyway, I can see here that lots of people are really enthusiastic about asking for a huge dog. And I want to explain that big dogs, they're beautiful. Yes, they are. They look impressive. But they're not really healthy. The problem with them is that being so heavy, it's going to bring always some problems in the joints, in the bones. And I did wrong in saying always, because it's not always, but it's more prone, let's put it that way, to have problems with the joints. And that is something that by itself we're always working with and dealing with our hip dysplasia, that it's carried genetically throughout the whole breed, like many other breeds do. So why add that to our situation if we can have a standard dog, which is an 80, 85-pound dog, tall, 26 inches, which is quite large at the shoulder. And I mean, it's not healthy. So I've been trying to explain this to my clients, that when you buy a shepherd from us, we do breed under the SV standards, and we don't go over with overly large dogs. I believe that if you want a dog that's over 100 pounds, then go for another breed. Maybe a Great Dane, a Mastiff, something else, but not the Shepherd. The Shepherd has a purpose. And the being light at feet and being light in movement, it doesn't mean that he doesn't have enough bone and structure. Yes, they do. I mean, I can show lots of dogs that I had in the past who were heavily built in the aspect of being heavy but not huge, and they did their work. It was correct. As we talk a lot about the GSD, the German Shepherd Standard, it's written upon the rules of what it would be a great performance dog. If a German Shepherd follows the standards, he's going to be a great performance dog. I know that not everybody is acquiring a German Shepherd for performance, for training, for protection. Many dogs are acquired for emotional support, great house dogs, excellent companions. But the standard is there, and it should be also part of the components that make the greatness of the breed. That's why we protect so much the breed and try in every sense to breed on a breeding program that will have everything: the temperament, the health, which is very, very important, and the correct conformation with the way that the standard calls for. I would suggest everybody to go ahead and go into the AKC standards, go into the FCI SV standard, and read about it before acquiring your German Shepherd. It doesn't mean that a dog that has flaws, that it's overly big or has yellow eyes or disqualifying faults, is not going to be a great German Shepherd for companion, for the house, for pets. Definitely, it doesn't mean that, because we're talking that he might have all of those flaws, but he might have a great temperament. So many people will overcome that. But here in Southern Wind, we try our best to combine the best possibilities in the conformation, keep up with the standard, and at the same time offer what we call the golden middle, which is dogs that are healthy, dogs that have the wonderful temperament and can do many tasks, and that they abide by the FCI SV standards. Thank you for listening to us. Please always contact us with any doubts. We are here always to advise and to help based on our experience. Sure, I always want to say that every video that I do, I base it on my experience, which is 47 years of breeding, showing, training, handling German Shepherds, and it has served in many aspects in my breeding program, all of this experience. Thank you and have a lovely day.